up, guys? It is your boy Smurfy, part of the Combo King YouTube channel. Just dropping a video, kind of a review, one could say, on the finals. The finals is a relatively new game. It's like an extraction, like quick cash. Sorry for the squeak my chair, but quick cash game that was recently dropped. A lot of hype about it. I've been playing it for a few weeks. Been out for a few weeks, but I really wanted to get a handle on the game and an idea of like the play before I did a video on it because I wanted to kind of experience everything. So I will say, prefaces, I've only played light and medium just because I'm not sure yet if based off the way the game plays, I feel like I enjoy the light the most, and I don't know if heavy will be my playstyle, but I might do a more in-depth video once I do play heavy a bit more. But basically, so this game's about extraction. As you can see in the gameplay, there will be a vault you have to get. This is quick cash. There's multiple game types, but this is one where you basically need to extract the money and then deposit the money in another location without letting enemy teams override the vault essentially for their team. And the first team to 20,000 cash wins, and usually each vault is 10,000. So kind of a quick way to. It's a quick game. It is quick cash. So. There is ranked in tournament play, which is a little bit different, where you can lose money for getting wiped and everything like that. But this game isn't that because my friends aren't that good. So we've done a couple tournament modes. We haven't done anything ranked though, but it is fun. I would say overall I've enjoyed the game. I enjoy the game a lot. The movement is fun, especially in the light class. As you can see, I'm still learning it, and so I will have moments where I fail, but overall, it's a game that I really like, and then you'll see in the gameplay that the light is definitely the class. I think to me is the funnest class. That's why I play it the most. It's just it's a lot more movement. I love the movement ability of it with the grapple, or you can use the evasive dodge, which I think is better in gunfights. But and then it has a lot of interesting mechanics with the revive mechanic, as well as each class has really cool aspects about it that makes it different. Medium, you have a heal or a turret you can put up, or I'm blanking on the other ability they get, or they get a jump pad if they want to help for movement. Heavy can knock down a bunch of structures, have RPGs, and destroy buildings, because everything in this game is completely destroyable. There's nothing in this map in this game that's not destroyable basically. So that's kind of cool. It makes it for interesting games. Makes pretty much any game pretty much different, but also allows for different strategies. Obviously, with the light, medium, heavy, there is also life difference, equipment differences, and gun differences. Now, each of them kind of has a variation of each gun, of their own guns. But then obviously, your light's going to be mostly pistol, more. You're supposed to be kind of stealthy or / evasive with this class. Medium is you're more basic class, you're just your AR, standard movement. Sorry, I had a little burp. And then heavy has the kind of demolition side of it, heavier guns, your LMG, heavy shotgun, things like that. Right, and then you have melee weapons, and the crazy part is there's so many multiple weapons that you can use and approach it in each class. There are people that run melee weapons as their primary, and are perfectly fine. So it's kind of makes for pretty much a lot of unique gameplay. There are guns that are slightly stronger. In this game, you'll see I'm primarily going to be using the shotgun, and I think the other gun I used a lot frequently is the pistol or the throwing knives. I think are the best for light class. Medium is I wouldn't say, honestly, they're all pretty strong. The Scar, the AK is pretty good, and I haven't used it, but my friend used the shotgun. It's pretty decent. Most shotguns in this game are pretty good, especially for the light class. I think it's one of the better weapons just because it can one-shot other light classes, but it also does chunk damage, and it's a pretty quick reload if you can evade against heavies. That's the only problem is obviously lights don't do well against heavies at all. So each class has its pros and cons. So light may be the most mobile, but that's where it kind of falls because it has the lowest amount of health and it's the squishiest. Medium is, they have they have a lot more versatility and utility items, and they're able to move a little bit, but they're not completely hampered and slow, but they're a little bit tankier. And then heavies have a lot more damage output, right? And they're a lot more health, but they're slow, and that can sometimes be really hard to use in a game where there's a lot of movement or like large like landscapes or places to get to high places. There's a lot of verticality. So each of them has like their ups and downs for that reason. But like I would say right now, the hard counter for lights is heavy easily. Mediums just there's not really like a counter to mediums, but like and also counterpoint. I would say honestly, even though lights are weak to heavies, I think in the right situation, lights can be really strong against heavies because of the mobility aspect of it. If you're really good, you can evade a lot of their stuff because they are so slow. Which I found you might even see some clips in the gameplay as we're going through the video. But yeah, so everything there it allows for a multitude. You don't need to necessarily use light, medium, heavy. You can use all 3 heavies, all 3 lights, 3 mediums. I think there's a balance between what you need to have. You don't want to have too many lights because again, you got to like hold points, right? So it's not like it's like light class is not that great at holding objectives, but they are good at pushing, picking up kills, that kind of stuff. Medium are more so the better class for holding objectives, and heavies just because it is less. You don't move that much during that point in time. But I mean, there's just so many different ways you can play it, and it mixes multiple teams. But I think honestly, this is a game where you don't want to necessarily have all 3 of each class. You could probably get away with it for medium, but honestly, the benefits in each class are pretty good. I would be curious to see if this does get to pro play, how this will be interpreted for pro teams, because I do think that there's a lot of different ways they can go, and there's a lot of strategies that can be implemented in a pro scene, and it's like a multi-team fight. So there's a lot going on at all times. It's never really like a hectic moment. It's pretty much third partying at all times. Trying to think, is there anything as far as like the customization in this game? There is like items you can buy which are really cool, but it's all extra cost for the most part. There's like some items you can get without having to pay, but that's one of my only things. Like you can't really earn any additional customizables. So I would have to give it a con. That would be my main con. Is that is very pretty much like if you want to like have a cool character, you have to spend money. At least for the most part though, as far as like equipment and stuff like that, it's a little bit of a grind, but you can get anything, pretty much everything for free without having to pay money for this game. So I really commend them on that, because I mean the only thing that's affecting the gameplay is not affecting the gameplay is the only thing that's like you have to pay money for. But it's not like you can buy like the best guns early on, so people that don't play, they have to struggle. But even then, honestly, like the guns you start off with pretty much for all the classes are pretty good. Like even the sub for light is really good at times. Like I'll switch between like light pistol, short shotgun, and then throwing knives depending on how I'm feeling. The LMG is probably the best heavy gun, but I've seen people run the hammers for destructive purposes. And there's also like a grenade launcher you can get as an ability, which is pretty nasty. And then like I don't think the crash part is like they have like a really good like ability to crash through like walls and stuff, and there's some really cool clips with it. So this game is such a clippable game. I think if people really like it, kind of reminds me of Black Ops 2 Call of Duty, where you can go for clips, especially with like the light class, with like the stylistic point of it being a sniper rifle class, and then you can get like a nasty like grapple off the top and like kind of like extend yourself off, like, kind of like the grapple acts in a way kind of to swing yourself like Spider-Man. So you could probably get some nasty clips potentially through this. So there's some clip potential. I think there's a lot of potential highlight plays. And as you can see, is like it's even though there's like not everyone's running light classes, it's still a fast moving game. It's always something constantly going on, and I think it could benefit. Oh, there's also like I forgot to mention the interactions with the different items. Like you have your pyro grenades are stopped by smokes. You have the poison grenades that then beat out the smoke grenades, if I remember correctly. Then you have a couple other things, like the pyros interact with the goo grenades and like the structures they produce, and then lights those on fire. So there's just so much interaction going on in this game. It's actually insane. So if you guys have a moment, or you guys have a group, I would recommend playing with a group. This is not a game I would recommend, playing like by yourself or something. But it's just because it doesn't feel as fun. Also, it requires communication. It's kind of hard when you have someone random in your party. But again, it's something I would definitely recommend. You guys download it. It's free. Again, it is a free game. So please give it a shot. I think I'd probably give it like a 9 or 8 out of 10. And I think there's potential for more. I hope that they do add some quality of life improvements to the game. Like the movement is really good, but there's like it's like not like perfect yet. As far as like it being like completely smooth. I would also say if there's another way to maybe add some more guns for more versatility, I would, as a person who likes to play the light class, I would like to see some other guns in there. But that probably would be broken potentially because the camo for that class is crazy. But overall, really good game. Tell me if you guys have played it yet. Just put in the comments section. If you guys want to see more gameplay from Finals, just let us know. I'm trying to get the other Combo Kings to buy in and get on the game.